All right, let's dive into one of the most intense, high-stakes scenes in the entire Bible. Revelation chapter 5. We're talking about a full-blown cosmic crisis happening right in the throne room of heaven, and a resolution that, well, it changes absolutely everything.
So, just imagine that for a second. What if everything, your future, my future, the whole world's future, was all written down, but nobody, and I mean nobody, could open the book? That's the exact problem the Apostle John is facing in this vision. The future is literally a closed book, and the key is nowhere to be found.
So the curtain pulls back, and boom, we're right there with John standing in the throne room of heaven. He sees God himself on the throne, and in his hand is this scroll, right? And it's not just any scroll. It's packed with writing, inside and out. You can just feel the gravity of this thing. This isn't just some document. It's everything.
So what's actually in this book that makes it so important? Well, it's nothing less than the entire history and destiny of the world. And those 7 seals? You can think of each one as locking away a 1,000-year chunk of God's entire plan for humanity. It's the ultimate spoiler, if only someone could read it.
But here's the kicker. It's sealed, tightly. And that means the whole divine plan, we're talking salvation, judgment, the works, it's all at a complete standstill. It's like the universe is holding its breath because nothing, absolutely nothing, can happen until someone is found who is worthy enough to pop those seals.
And then this powerful angel steps forward, and his voice just booms across all of creation. He issues this challenge, this universal call-out. Who is worthy? It's a genuine question, searching for anyone, anywhere, who has what it takes to get this plan back on track.
And what's the answer? Nothing. Just dead silence. Think about that for a moment. The call goes out to heaven, to earth, even under the earth, and not a single person, not a single being steps forward. Nobody is qualified. The search comes up completely empty. And this just breaks John. He starts to weep, and not just a little. The text says he wept much. Because he gets it, you know? This isn't some abstract theological puzzle for him. He understands that if that book stays sealed, it's game over. The entire plan of salvation, everything everyone has ever hoped for, it all just fails.
But right when things look their absolute darkest, one of the elders comes over to him. He says, "Hey, stop weeping. Look." He tells John that someone has won, someone has prevailed. And listen to the titles he uses. The Lion of the Tribe of Judah, the Root of David. I mean, these are heavyweight, kingly titles. We're being set up for a champion, right? A powerful, conquering hero is about to walk on stage.
And this is where we get the ultimate plot twist. John turns, expecting to see this fierce, powerful lion. But what does he see instead? A lamb. And not just any lamb, but a lamb that looks like it had been slain. It's a complete 180 from what he was expecting. And it's so profound because it tells us that heaven's definition of power is totally different from ours. It's not about brute force, it's about sacrifice. The hero who saves the day isn't a conqueror, he's a redeemer.
Okay, so let's unpack the symbolism of this lamb, because it's just loaded with meaning. First, a lamb as slain. For centuries, lambs were the symbol of sacrifice, right? So this points directly to Christ's atonement. But check this out. This is no weak victim. The lamb has 7 horns, which in this imagery means total, complete power. And 7 eyes? That's perfect knowledge, perfect spirit. There's even another translation that mentions 12 horns and 12 eyes, which is a cool link to the 12 apostles, sent out with that same power and wisdom to share with the world.
And then comes the moment the whole universe has been waiting for. The Lamb walks up and takes the book right from the hand of God. He doesn't wrestle it away or demand it. He just takes it. Because his sacrifice is his qualification. His worthiness was earned, not taken. And just like that, the crisis is over. The problem is solved.
The second that Lamb takes the scroll, that deafening silence we talked about, it's shattered. The whole place just erupts in praise. The heavenly beings, the elders, they all fall down and start singing this new song. And it's new because this is the first time it could be sung. It's a song about a finished work, the redemption that was just accomplished through the blood of the Lamb.
And this song, it's not a small choir. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. John tries to describe the sound. He hears all these angels, and he's basically using the biggest numbers he knows, 10,000 times 10,000. To put that in perspective, in his language, 10,000 was pretty much the highest number you'd name. So he's basically saying, it's a number so big, I can't even count it. It's an endless, massive chorus.
And then they hit the climax of the song. It's the 7-part declaration of just how worthy the Lamb is. They're singing that He and He alone deserves to receive all power, all riches, all wisdom, strength, honor, glory, and blessing. It's this incredible moment where everything the Father has is now being given to the Son.
And just when you think it can't get any bigger, it does. The worship spills out of the throne room. Suddenly, John hears every creature. In heaven, on the earth, under the earth, in the sea, everything that has a voice joins in. The entire universe becomes one single chorus, praising both God on the throne and the Lamb.
So, what's the big idea here? What are we supposed to take away from all this? It's that true worthiness, in God's eyes, doesn't come from a crown or a sword. It comes from a sacrifice. It was the act of being the Lamb that was slain. That's what made Christ the only one with the authority to take that scroll and kickstart the next phase of God's plan for all of us.
So the standoff is over. The crisis is averted. The Lamb is worthy, and now the future of the world is literally in His hands. Which, of course, leaves us with one giant burning question that sets up everything that comes next. What happens when He breaks that first seal?